Thomas Fanara, 31 years of age, from Praz-sur-Allier. That's a lovely little resort just down the valley from Megève. Fourth in the opening giant slalom of the season. Seventh in Val d'Isère in front of his home crowd last week. That was the confidence boost that he needed coming into this fourth round of the giant slalom tour in Alta Badia. An experienced racer, very rarely lets the occasion get to him. There'll be no nerves. Has he got the technique?
A couple of big mistakes so far. I think the nerves maybe are getting to him a little bit. He's sandwiched in there with the younger members of his team, and half a second has been lost. The mistakes, I have to say, not costing him as much as I had feared. So Fanara could place at the top step for now if he keeps this up. A bit late here, jumps the skis around the blue gate. The next blue, he's running very straight as well. Having to chop the turns off here a little more than is ideal. The line is short and therefore it could work out quickly, but I don't know if he's getting the acceleration that will really impress the crowd and stop the clock with the gap as high as possible. 0.73, it's still looking good for Fanara.
He's losing time with every turn. I don't like the way he drifts it a little too much at the top of the turn. It's almost like a downhill power slide, and that tells us that he hasn't quite got the race line that he ideally would like. He's not arcing the turn. This will be very close indeed. He's losing that advantage with each and every turn. Two more gates to take in. Fanara for France has done it. He's held on. 2:40.54 will go sub 2 minutes 40 for the winner today, but Thomas Fanara could be recording his first podium of the season, and of course his third of his career. A couple of years ago he took third position here in starts this season, and as the defending GS champion from the 2012 tour, he's had a great start. There's one racer that's stopping him in his quest to successfully hold on to that Crystal Globe and Tour title, and that's Ligety, who will be next to ski. John, you've coached many in your time. What is the advice for Hirscher here right now? Just to ski for a podium, or try and do something to slow Ligety down?
No, just go as hard as you can. It's the only thing these guys know how to do. It's the only way they know how to execute it. All the technical descriptions that I give are fairly irrelevant from the racer's perspective in a race run. All they are trying to do is quite simply get to the finish line as quickly and as effectively as they can. And Hirscher is pushing things way beyond the limit of reasonable risk here. Such exciting skiing to watch. He's tweaking out the tails of the skis, picking up a couple of hundreds with every single turn. If anybody is going to put pressure on Ted, then he's the man on screen right now. This is a really strong finish from Hirscher.
5 technical races this season. He's been on the podium in all of them. Just looking a little tired towards the end of the challenge, but holds his form well to the line. This will be our new leader. Is it enough to stop Ted Ligety? 2:40.54 is the target. He's way inside that. 1.23, the right side of the clock for Marcel Hirscher. He goes into top position, but does that give him enough to put the pressure on Ligety and take his second win of the season?
Wow, look at the skiing here. Watch where he goes at the end of the turn, right onto the tails of the skis. What pressure he puts on his knees. Fantastic skiing.
Ted Ligety for the United States of America, looking for his third win of the season. He's got a huge advantage, 2.4 seconds. We're hoping that he can add to that advantage and break one of the longest standing records in the history of World Cup ski competition. The greatest margin that any racer in any discipline has won a competition by on the World Cup Tour is 4.06 seconds. Ingemar Stenmark, 86 wins to his name, but perhaps that win in Jasna in Slovakia is one of his most memorable, as that 2.48 is the margin that Ligety still keeps. It's not 4 seconds, and he's gone down on the inside ski. Ligety is in trouble here.
Oh, I wouldn't say he's quite in trouble yet, but those were 3 big mistakes, really pushing it to the limit, and a bit beyond is Ligety. And the arm goes down again. He's got his arm on the snow more than he has on the actual gate, but he's battling on, and he's got such a nice touch. Goes right in beside the gate, that little drift, and carves himself out of bother. The gap is there. It's still green. There's no big surprise there, but a lot of time really lost with those errors.
Stenmark's record is safe, but is Marcel Hirscher going to take the win, or will the United States of America win their second race in the Dolomites? Steve Nyman in the downhill yesterday. Will it be Ligety in the giant slalom today? He shows strong, good form to end the challenge. Hirscher watches on. Ligety now goes for the line. 2:39.40. He's there. 2.04. 2 from 2 for America in the Dolomites. Ligety a little nervous on those top turns, settled it by halfway and takes the win in Alta Badia. What a great performance from Ligety.